been associated with Peter, I guess, for the last, what, 7, 8 years?
Longer than that, actually.
Yeah. My first involvement actually came from a client of mine who was in Peter's program, who told me that she was sending her 2 boys through the program. At that point, you had a center up in Harlem,
Right.
and now it's no longer there. But so I was interested, and I called Peter and I said, hey, I'd like to come by and talk to you and say hello. Particularly as a psychologist, I know that a lot of these kids who really struggle with learning issues also have a lot of self-esteem issues, and there are other psychological problems that can go right along with these particular challenges. So I saw Peter, and I saw what he did, and I was impressed. And in fact, one of my daughters went through the program herself for 2 years. So I really had kind of a hands-on as a parent experience, but as a psychologist, I was very much interested in seeing if there's a way to sort of, marshal the client's view of themselves in a much more positive direction. And since that time, I've gotten extensive training in the field of coaching, but specifically working with learning disabilities. And that's a different kind of ball game than what you normally find with life coaching or executive coaching. Here, there is an assumption, which is, I think, both Peter and Rick have, really highlighted. The assumption is that you have ADD. It's like you have a right arm. It's not going away. And no matter what you do, you have to learn ways of coping with it. So the coaching really is designed to, in effect, anchor the child or the adult's real values to real goals in terms of what they want to do with their lives. And then it's really about helping them develop structures that will compensate for the attention issues. But this doing coaching here really allows one to do coaching on a much different level, because the kids and the adults and the adolescents that really go through this program are learning that they're not stuck in definitions that really limit who they are and what they could be in the world. So their goals really begin to expand. So the kind of coaching that I do, and I'm so happy that it's affiliated with a program like this, is really based on not only their strengths, but also the world of new possibilities, because who they are in the world and how they see the world and how they function in the world really begin to grow. And so their goals for themselves will also, I think, concomitantly grow. So that's really what I do, is I try to help people anchor where they are now and where they want to go in much more real-time and big-time ways. The other piece that I will be involved with is working with parents. Oftentimes, with these kinds of long histories of attentional struggles, there are family dynamics that develop, and there are behavioral patterns that are both frustrating to the parents and to the children, and so I will be there to give them a hand and see if there's more effective family patterns that can really develop. So I'm thrilled to be here, and it's nice having the association with you. Thank you.